James, please answer. Are our parents meeting her parents today?
Yeah, what about it?
What about it? I thought you said it was going to be next week.
Do you really think that you're in the position to be making demands?
What are you saying?
You're a middle school graduate, Sis. Stacy and I met at a higher level of education, college. So there's no way that a middle school graduate can be seen eating with us.
I don't get it. If that was the case, then you could have just told me not to come. No need to lie about the date to me. I got a text from Mom about today and was surprised, you know? I even requested time off for the meeting next week.
Saturdays are normally supposed to be days off, Sis. I guess a middle school graduate like yourself needs to work on the weekends as well to make ends meet. That sucks for you. If you went to college and got a decent job, you wouldn't have to. Just like me.
Again with this talk. You really shouldn't be looking down on people. This kind of stuff will eventually catch up to you.
Sure it will. Anyways, are we done here? We're about to start. We have no space for you, and even if you did come, we aren't going to feed you anything. Although I doubt you even know where it is.
So you're telling me that not only did you lie to me about the date, but also lied about the location?
Yeah, duh. Why would I host it at a sad place like that? This is my wedding we're talking about, Sis.
I can't believe you would do this to me.
You don't have the right to be upset over this. You're the one who thought the middle school graduate would be allowed to eat with us. Unbelievable.
School records shouldn't count. Plus, once again, I took next week off for this.
Wow, poor people don't have free time. I graduated from a good college and got a really good job, so I thankfully get the weekends off. Recently, we have had the option to work from home, and during those times, I barely work. Nobody would know anyway.
Are you taking your job for granted?
We work harder than you guys ever would. Those people who keep saying they're busy at work are the ones who can't even work properly. You of all people should know, since I've been saying it since we were younger. Anyways, you aren't allowed here, and if you manage to get here, I'll kick you out of here, so don't bother.
Fine. I'll explain to Mom about how you lied to me about the date.
You've always been a tattletale since we were younger. Do what you want. Mom will understand why I did it anyways.
She would?
I send the money every month. Not like you, who can't, since you couldn't get a decent job with your middle school diploma. I'm a businessman who makes a decent amount of money. Not having a person who can't take care of their parents at the meeting will make everything run smoother anyways.
Unable to take care of their parents?
Yeah, that's you, isn't it? A middle school graduate who can't take care of their parents. I can't believe I'm related to someone who's at such a low level in life. That has to be embarrassing for Mum and Dad as well.
Is that what they said about me? Do they truly think that?
It's what they think deep in their hearts. They failed to raise you properly, which is why the second child, me, was able to be so successful. You really are the failure of the family, Sis.
That's enough. I'm busy with work to go there, and it's not like I'm allowed there anyways. So that's enough. I get it.
Poor people need to be working harder anyway. We'll be eating some delicious traditional Japanese food as we talk. Bye.
Hi, James's sister. I asked James for your contact info. I'm James's future wife, Stacy. Well, it's not a pleasure to meet you. I figured I'd still make basic introductions. Hello, Stacy. I'm James's older sister, Allie. Sorry for not being able to meet you in person. No worries. I already heard from James. He told me you're too busy with work since you're poor. It was the right choice for you not to come. What are you trying to say? Both my parents have amazing school records, which means they're a bit more picky with other people's records as well. My last boyfriend was from a lower-level college, so I wasn't allowed to marry him. Since James graduated from the same college as me, they approved. Oh, really? So, a middle school graduate coming to eat dinner with us would have turned the talk about marriage to discussions about life choices. My family really hates people with low school records. There is no way you would have been allowed at the same table as us. You, really don't hold back, do you? Well, it's true that you have a horrible school record, right? You really stopped going to school after middle school, right? Well, yes, I did stop after middle school. Even if you weren't a graduate from the same high-level college as us, you wouldn't have been allowed if you at least went to college. Poor James, burdened with a low-leveled human as a sister. The universe is really unfair to him. I'm not ashamed of my life choices. At all. You didn't even go to college. What are you saying? You, of all people, should be embarrassed. This is why you aren't even invited to the wedding ceremony. Not invited? I already got the invitation, though. Oh, you mean the fake one. The fake one. Don't tell me you guys sent me a fake date and location, just like the meeting. Oops, I said too much. I was supposed to keep that a secret until the end of the wedding. Pretend you didn't hear that, okay? We have no place for poor people at our wedding. Poor people? Can't you overlook my status for this? I'm his sister. So? Just because you're his sister doesn't mean I'll allow a poor person to attend my wedding. I refuse to even breathe the same air as you. Don't come to our wedding. Thanks. Just because of my social class. A poor person like you wouldn't even be able to give us money to congratulate us anyway, right? I'm granting you mercy from the embarrassment here. Not being able to gift someone at their wedding would be embarrassing, so to save you from that, you won't be invited. I am not as poor as you think, so your mercy is not needed. I'm not as poor as you think, she says. You really have some nerve to say that. You don't even have a proper job. Or is it that you somehow managed to get a job at some huge company? Sure, I'm not an office employee. The lowest people are allowed to give us a gift of $500. Your parents are bringing us $1,000. We're practically set from just the money everyone is bringing us. The money that everyone brings will be enough to pay for a perfect honeymoon. So you guys are gonna use up all the money people give you for your marriage on things like that? Well, yeah. We are going to be spending a lot of money together. Unlike you, I studied other languages, so I want to go on many trips abroad. For example, recently I had a random craving for some spicy food, so James and I went on a trip to Korea for the day. So you guys have no thoughts about saving money? We're buying memories and experiences with money. We need to try a lot of different things in life. That's how smart people spend their money. I doubt you'd understand that, though. I get what you're trying to say, Stacy. Well, then I'm glad we've come to an understanding. My parents are telling me to go to the wedding, but seeing as how that's not permitted by you, I'll talk to them about it. Oh, really? Well, if you can bring $3,000, then we can at least feed you. I don't want you celebrating anything for me, so don't expect much else. You don't have to come, but just keep that offer in mind. Goodbye. I don't know how in the world you figured out the time and place of the wedding, but I won't allow you to ruin my wedding with your presence. I am attending the wedding as the sister of the groom, that's it. Although I didn't expect you to kick me out like that. Of course I would! I told you that poor people are not allowed here. Somebody who can't afford to pay at least $500 isn't allowed here. Let me dumb down my words for you. A girl who only graduated from middle school has no place from my wedding. Okay, so then you don't want the $1,000 then? What? $1,000? I had $1,000 prepared for my brother's wedding, but seeing as I got kicked out, I can't hand that money over. Stop bluffing. There is no way that someone who didn't even go to high school could prepare $1,000. The ones who are giving us $1,000 are your parents. I was the one who was going to hand them the $1,000 to give you guys. What? hand them the money? Let me dumb it down for you. The money that my parents promised to bring you guys was coming from me. It's my money. What are you talking about? As I said before, the money they were going to give you was coming from me, who wanted to give you guys $1,000 as a congratulations. But you're poor! There is no way you're able to do that. I'm not a normal office employee, but I do manage a company, so I'm not poor. You're a manager. The company isn't going broke anytime soon, and we aren't in debt. My yearly salary is about $300,000. Not trying to brag, but I do live a rather comfy life. I have never heard of such things before. I was surprised when my parents told me where you guys hosted the meeting. I often use that place for my lunch. Often use it for lunch? Wait, but that place is crazy expensive. You also said trips abroad, right? That you studied languages? Buying experience must be nice. I have villas in Australia, Berlin, and Spain, so if you guys are in the area, let me know. I can tell you guys the spots I recommend. Villas? Wait, you have to be lying, right? James never heard of this stuff. My brother seems to have no interest in my life to bother asking. He doesn't know, and I haven't told him. Wait, so you are rich, even with just a middle school diploma? You're really the manager of a company. I can confidently say that I make more than James does, but it seems like I wasn't welcomed here. I'm not even seen as a sibling to him. I think it's best if we don't interact with each other from now on. Congrats on the wedding. I hope you guys are forever happy together. Wait! Please wait! I didn't know anything. The $1,000 coming from you or how much of a wonderful person you really are. Please come back to the venue. I thought your parents didn't like people with bad school records. I can't sour the happiness you guys have with my presence. No, you wouldn't. They won't know of your school records if nobody says anything. Let's get along from now on, okay? I've always wanted to go to Berlin. Don't force yourself to be nice to me. I have no intentions of interacting with you guys. What? Why? Why? Well, that's because you kicked me out of the wedding venue. You didn't really have any positive thoughts about me, and then have the nerve to ask to get along with me? That's not something I can do, even on my level of patience. That's because the information given about you is wrong. The situation has changed now. So you've changed your mind about me after figuring out what I do for a living. You're turning the other cheek over my financial status. It may seem like that, but that's the only way I can see it. I've always wanted an older sister. I doubt you and I would get along well. This also applies to James and I. With that, I'll be taking my leave now. Please wait, Ellie! Please!
Why did you leave? If you have money, then you should have said so. What's up with the whole manager thing anyways?
What's up is that it's my job.
How come I've never heard about it?
You had no interest in my life. Mom and Dad know about it, though.
That's so unfair. Anyways, the $1,000.
The money was a gift based on my feelings toward you guys. But seeing as how I've been treated, you guys don't deserve it.
Mum and Dad were going to give it to us.
Yeah, but it's my money. I had wanted to give you the money myself, considering it was my brother's wedding, but giving more money than our parents felt rather rude, so I asked them to give it to you guys in my place.
If you want to give us that money, we'll gladly take it, so come back with it.
I said I don't want to anymore. This money will be used for Mom and Dad to celebrate their 35th anniversary instead. I'll pay for a trip somewhere.
Our money.
By the way, didn't you say that you send Mom and Dad money every month?
Yeah?
I asked them about it, and they told me that you give them about $50 a month, and spend more money than what you give them food and drinks. You even have to pay for your gasoline.
Seeing their child's face should be enough.
Don't you feel ashamed saying all that stuff to me when you only give them $50?
I'm not taking this from somebody who doesn't send a single cent.
I may not be sending them money every month, but I've paid for the house renovations and the new cars they got.
What? You said you've been paying for what?
In total, I've spent over $100,000 for them.
You're kidding, right?
Anyways, I've decided not to involve myself with you guys. Isn't that what you guys wanted as well?
I get it. I apologize.
You apologize?
So please come back to the venue now. If you don't, we'll be in serious trouble.
What?
The guests, who were our relatives, who saw you get kicked out by Stacy, all took their money and left. They were upset over the fact that somebody who wanted to congratulate us was getting kicked out and accused us of picking who can congratulate us.
Glad they could realize what was wrong.
Without the money from the guests, we're in trouble. Especially the 1,000 that Mum and Dad was supposed to hand us. We need the money.
You guys don't save money either.
Oh, if you understand, then hurry up and bring us the money. Convince our family to come back as well, please.
I refuse. I went out of the way to make room in my busy schedule for the wedding, only to get kicked out. I'm not in the most friendly of moods. I don't want to associate myself with you guys, which I think is what's for the best for all of us. So with that, I would like to say goodbye.
It wouldn't benefit us all. My boss is getting all annoyed over everything. Mum and Dad are trying to leave. A wedding without relatives, let alone parents being there, is nothing but embarrassing.
This is all your fault.
Stacy was the one who kicked you out.
And if you didn't try to stop her, I saw you smirking behind her as she was kicking me out.
That's...
I don't associate myself with you guys, so go ahead and enjoy a wonderful life together.
Wait, I didn't know you were so successful.
That may be true, but you still look down on me for my school records. That doesn't excuse all those words and actions you've done towards me. Maybe you should reflect on your actions. What's happening right now is all due to you and Stacy's actions.
Oh, I'm begging you, sis. Please, come back to the venue. Sis, oh, I didn't know things would turn out this way.
I've heard that relatives of both sides left the wedding afterwards. The wedding was a complete bust. Also, after seeing that mess of a wedding, James's boss found him to be suspicious, and after looking into it, discovered that he was slacking off during the times he was working from home. He apparently feels suffocated at work with how much they watch over him. With the wedding a complete bust, they couldn't pay for the venue with the money they were supposed to receive. They threw around the word poor at me a lot, but in the end actually became poor themselves.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.